coronavirus, its effect on the Boise housing market, and should you be buying or selling a home? We're going to talk about all of those concerns, and we start right now. Welcome to my channel. I'm Summer Aston. I'm a realtor with Silvercreek Realty Group in the beautiful Boise, Idaho area, and I make videos all about living in Boise and the real estate market. So make sure that you please subscribe, hit the little notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. I keep hearing it, all the realtors are hearing it. What is this coronavirus going to do to the Boise housing market? And should you be buying or selling a home right now? That's definitely on all of our minds. So for the last few years, the Boise housing market has been one of the hottest markets in the United States. Well, is that going to change? There's wild speculation, there's fear surrounding all of this, and I just urge you to remember that while things are different, it's going to be okay. Our information in the housing market and on the coronavirus is changing daily, sometimes hourly. We just sit there and kind of expect a new email to come in and say that something is closed or something has changed. So the information I have today is based on the best of my knowledge with the data that I have right now. So first of all, the impact of the coronavirus on the housing market. I'm going to be honest, we do have buyers and sellers who are backing out of their contracts out of fear, or maybe they just didn't have a high enough motivation to buy or sell right now, and so they're going to wait, and that is okay. But we also have buyers who are anxiously waiting for that perfect home to come on the market. Maybe they have a job change or they need a bigger home, and maybe they want to take advantage of the low interest rates. And we still have sellers who have high motivation and are anxiously waiting to sell their homes. As always, your main motivation for buying or selling a home should be based on what is best for you and your own personal situation, and not what is happening in the national and local markets. So we had an interesting statistic come out from my brokerage yesterday. They compared the data from March 1st through 18th of 2019 with the data of March 1st through 18th of 2020, and we were looking at the number of homes closed and the number of people who backed out of contracts. So this year, we had 74 more closings so far in March, and we have 100 fewer people backing out of their contracts. So what that tells us is there are still buyers in this market. One of people's biggest concerns right now is if the home prices are going to be dropping. Well, I would expect to see possibly a little bit of price dropping dependent on the individual seller and their motivation to sell and their fear level right now. But overall, they should remain about the same. And the reason is the two main factors we look at when we look at home prices, and that is inventory and interest rates. So first, let's look at our inventory. The Boise housing market has had a historically low inventory before the coronavirus even came. I would expect that inventory to go even lower as we have sellers whose confidence are shaken right now, who may be selling their home on hold as they wait to see how this virus plays out. So if the inventory is going lower, the home prices could even increase a little bit as we still have buyers and low inventory. Now, if the effects of the virus last several months, longer than several months into a year, and we see the inventory increasing because people need to start selling their homes for losses of jobs, then maybe the prices will drop. But at this point and in the short term, I would expect the prices to pretty much hold or to possibly even rise a little bit if the inventory drops significantly. Also, I do expect that buyers and sellers will pick up right where they left off, and we could have an even stronger, more competitive market when this is over. The second factor when we look at the prices of home is the interest rates. So let's clear up a misconception right now. You may have heard people saying the interest rate is 0%. That is not true. The Federal Reserve dropped their interest rate to 0%, and that's not for mortgages. That is the percent that banks need to pay for short-term borrowing, and it's called overnight borrowing. Mortgage rates are low. The interest rates are very volatile right now. They went all the way down to 2.79%. They went up to just over 4%. Yesterday, we're back down to about 3.79%. These are affordable interest rates, though, and that will also support keeping the home prices up. So things are different now, and that's fine. It doesn't mean you can't buy or sell a home. It just means that you do need to have a different set of expectations. So what are those expectations? So the first expectation you should have is about those volatile interest rates. Just expect them to be fluctuating a lot right now. So you might want to wait to lock in your rate. And if you happen to lock it in at a higher rate, then just watch those numbers after you've moved into your home 6 months, a year and a half later. If the interest rates go back lower, down below 3%, or it makes sense for you, then you can refinance at that point. The second new expectation has to do with closing times. We were able to close in as fast as 15 days once in a while, but usually a 30-day close. Right now, you should expect at least a 60-day close. And that is because the mortgage companies had a huge amount of people apply for refinancing and home mortgages when the interest rate dropped to 2.79%. So they are backlogged and taking a long time. You couple that with the fact that most of our people that we work with, like title companies, have closed their physical offices and are doing everything online. This isn't new. They do things online for out-of-state sellers, so they know how to do the whole transaction with everything online. But it's new that everything is going to online right now. That's taken a little bit longer. And we also have things like some appraisers who, for one reason or another, are not comfortable entering certain homes for health concerns. So just expect that all of that is going to add up to longer closing times, a minimum of 60 days. So the third way is the way that we show the home or that we go looking at homes. The most important thing right now is the health for everyone in our communities and keeping people healthy. And we are going to tailor your experience based around keeping everybody healthy. So for a buyer, that's going to look like your realtor going into homes, taking videos for you, virtual tours, and giving those to you of every home that you're interested in. Then you can narrow down the homes that you really like the most. And when you have it narrowed down to just a couple, then we can go see those homes in person, taking all of the precautionary measures. For sellers, you can expect that a realtor can offer you a virtual listing presentation, so you don't even need to do it in person if you are uncomfortable with that for health reasons. You can also expect that your realtor will make a virtual tour. They'll make a 3D tour of the home. All of these things that we can give information about everything that the buyer would be interested in right into the hands of any interested buyer, so that they can know without entering the home whether or not it's something they want to come see. And of course, all of the paperwork can be taken care of online for both buyers and sellers from the very beginning all the way up to closing. So, are there still home buyers? Yes, there are still home buyers. Is it okay to buy a home? Yes, it is okay to buy a home as long as it is the right time for you. Are there still homes coming on the market for sale? Yes, there are still homes coming on the market for sale. Is it okay for me to sell my home right now? Yes, it is okay for you to sell your home as long as it is the right time for you. Things will be different. Things already are different, and that's okay. You can homeschool your children if you need to. You can work from home if you need to. We have all these amazing things in our society that make this situation that we're in so much easier to get through together. Keep living your life with courage and with kindness and patience, and make sure you make your decisions in confidence that it's all going to work out. We will work through this together. If you like this video, consider watching this one with tips on selling your home. Leave a comment down below so that I can answer any questions that you have. Give this video a thumbs up and please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone is doing well out there. Be patient and kind with one another, and I will see you next time.